Meaty Peeps. Yum.
I am Noxiddar!
Hey everyone, how's it going? Noxiddar here, and welcome to the next reaction in Delicious in Dungeon, episode 22. We're getting even closer to our season finale. Laios is embracing a destiny that is potentially thrust upon him, or one that has always been written. Either way, it's really exciting to see this all develop, to see how random happenstance becomes part of a greater part of prophecy. And I don't know, ultimately, I'm ready to see where this story takes us. So without any further ado, let's get right to our reaction.
Hey, Senshi?
Some flapjacks?
Oh.
Nice.
There you are.
Good morning to you.
I see you made breakfast.
Isn't it great? Mr. Senshi's an amazing chef.
Yeah, you're right. Senshi's the best there is.
Oh man, that looks good. I think one of the things that caught me the most by surprise is I was in the grocery store in Japan and I was going down the candy aisle and I happened to notice that there were Kit Kats that were buttermilk pancake flavored. They're pretty good. They just kind of tasted like sweet to me. I'm not sure if it was like exactly what my mind conjured for a buttermilk pancake, but they were really good. I think the best ones I ever had though were probably either blueberry or matcha. The matcha ones are really nice because they're not too overly sweet. So if you ever get a chance to try some of those, that's my recommendation. Not for breakfast. Not for breakfast. I mean, you could.
So tasty.
It does look good.
Do you want to try some too?
But I won't be able to taste it. Oh, it's warm. And it's soft as well.
Your sense of taste is almost like a muscle. If you don't exercise it regularly, then it gets weak. So start building it back up by enjoying textures first.
Gonna teach you how to eat.
Very long time ago, I used to dine with my parents and grandfather like this. Always next to my grandfather was Thistle, who you may know as the Mad Mage.
We have a name now.
Great-grandfather first brought him to the castle as a court jester. They say that the two of them were raised like brothers. Once my grandfather ascended the throne, Thistle was asked to learn magic. These lands were originally filled with dwarven and elven artifacts.
You know, I'm kind of like a court jester too. Maybe someday I'll explain it.
So there was likely black magic mixed in too. Thistle soon became obsessed with power, eventually cast a spell of immortality on us.
Actually, we've been wanting to talk to him. Do you know where he is right now?
Talk to him? You're asking for the impossible. A normal conversation is out of the question. We went through great trouble to help my grandfather escape. Those suspected of helping were executed. But if you just want to meet him, the mage's eyes have started gathering because they've noticed a change here. This dungeon is an extension of his arms and legs. You are aware of his...
Thanks, Netflix.
You are aware of his power, aren't you?
We are, but we still need to see him.
I don't know if you'll be able to talk. Go seek help from the winged lion that is imprisoned deep within the dungeon. He might be able to subdue the mage's power.
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
You can get inside the castle walls through here. You'll be able to return to the dungeon.
What does that mean?
Simply that you'll be leaving this place the same way you came.
Do you really think they're the chosen ones?
I truly wish to think so.
Hey, Yad.
Thistle.
Who were you just talking to?
So he was there.
Can we stop falling?
It's an ancient dwarven cistern.
Which part of it are we in? My compass isn't working.
It looks like the remains of a defensive point.
How do we get here? Oh, you're back?
Wait, what?
We're gonna take a look around.
You see these symbols on this pillar?
Oh yeah, I do see something.
Write down the symbols on the other pillars that are around us. I can tell roughly where we are that way. I know where we are. Looks like we're somewhere in the southeastern part.
Hey, guys, we found something! We might have found where Falin is!
You're saying these are Falin's tracks?
She
Ooh.
noticed us getting closer and ran, but it was definitely her! The silhouette said it all!
It seemed a lot closer to a griffin to me. Its upper half's a bird, and its lower half is a lion.
We need to catch up to it.
No, we don't.
But why?
Well, it's just...
It might be Falin, Senshi.
Oh, over there. I've never seen that kind of mushroom before.
They look vaguely familiar to me. That said, I'm pretty sure they're poisonous, so don't eat them.
I really don't like griffins.
Oh, just like in Dragon's Dogma 2, they just come out of nowhere.
Griffin! Oh, cool! It's my first time seeing one!
So I got all worked up for nothing?
Here it comes!
Leave it to me!
Senshi! Don't run away with your back turned to it! Oh no, it happened so fast. I was useless.
Did anyone see if he had a weapon on him?
Well, he's definitely gonna have a problem with griffins after that. Good grief.
Which way did they go? We can't do anything if they're somewhere up high. We won't even find his corpse. He has no way to defend himself. Are we really never gonna see him again? Marcille, how do we save Senshi?
I'll use a familiar to find him.
You're going to summon a monster?
Oh boy.
It's not so much summoning one as it is creating one.
Oh, even
There are
better.
three types of summoning. One, taking control of existing spirits or monsters. The conditions for it are complicated, and it's likely the Lord of the Dungeon will notice. Turning plants or animals into monsters. This one also isn't ideal because you need a lot of prep time. 3, making them yourself.
That one sounds the most difficult.
While I prep the magic circle, can you gather all the meat we have in the pan?
Sure thing.
That's everything? It'd be nice if you could find a bit more.
There, that's it. Although we do have some cheese and eggs.
Guess it'd still add to the calories. Bring them.
Right!
Man, that looks good and it's not even cooked yet.
Who exactly is that old dwarf guy anyway? How'd he end up in your party in the first place? And why is he so obsessed with making food?
I mean, I suppose we've never had a chance to ask.
I can relate not wanting to discuss personal matters with people.
That makes sense.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Are several things that I'm still hung up on. Do you remember what he said to us back when we first met him? It's been a decade since he started researching monster food in this dungeon. But this dungeon was only discovered 6 years ago. Also, every single piece of cookware he uses is made from high quality metal. He was able to decipher ancient dwarven codes. He's afraid of a monster from a floor we just reached, and he always treats me like a child.
Oh, does this go back to what the Island Lord was talking about when he was talking about like the rift between dwarves and elves? And he was talking about like how this ancient sect of dwarves are actually still building and expanding out the dungeon. Oh man, that's a pretty big development. Essentially, one of those. Kind of seems like we're pointing in that direction. Interesting.
Could it be that Senshi isn't from the surface?
Sometime after we rescue him, why don't we ask him to reintroduce himself to us?
Interesting. That is an interesting development. I like that.
Is it over now?
It should be. Let's try to open the lid.
It's probably not a surveillance drone, but that'd be handy. Meaty Peeps. Yum.
What's that face? I said they just needed to move, right? I couldn't spare the resources to make them aesthetically pleasing, okay? Now go!
Oh gosh.
What's wrong?
Its vision is overlapping with my own.
They are surveillance drones, never mind.
How can the Mad Mage send out so many of these things and also process their info all at once? I'll look for abnormalities based on the dungeon cleaners and spirits around here. Follow my familiar.
Huh?
Are you not gonna be able to keep up?
I'm gonna carry her. Would you two mind carrying our bags? And up we go.
Trying to make me fall?
Stop moving so much!
Perfect.
The hell's she doing with her arms?
I guess this is what makes her feel safe.
Oh.
Pillar! The dungeon cleaners are flocking to it! That's the place! Senshi!
The
There,
nest?
found him. We're here to save you, Senshi! Can you tell it's me?
A fly?
How do I get him down?
Just be careful, Marcille. Griffins have exceptional vision. It'll already be watching you, or you even notice it.
I lost my eyes up there.
Griffins' bodies are very functional. Their wings are powerful, and their graceful bodies allow them to adapt quickly. Plus, their sharp beak and claws, they're near impossible to avoid. Creatures are the way they look because of necessity. They have no need to just be aesthetically pleasing.
What shape should it take to match up to a griffin?
Send it out like this and see the difference it makes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fast now! I think this'll work!
Why is she flapping?
Maybe it gives her a sense of unity?
Just get to the ground and...
Ooh.
I'll make it work! way stronger! I'll put more horns here, arrange the fangs, equip it with sharp claws, add some scales, and give it 2 heads!
It doesn't need claws or fangs. What I need is the resolution and ego to create a creature made solely to save Senshi. I shall bestow you with a name, silver wings that will soar the heavens. I summon thee, Skyfish.
Oh.
So stupid.
Fine. Now then, time to fly.
Jeez.
I'm going all out. Everyone, prepare for battle.
What the hell is she doing now?
Her best. Or something close.
All right. Now this time, I'll turn around and pierce through.
Oh. Come on, Laios, big hits. Well done. That was so cool. I had no idea that we were going to do a Griffin fight like that. I just assumed, like, I don't know, maybe Laios would get a really weak shot on it that got super lucky and take it to the ground, and then they fight it there. I was not imagining anything close to like a Play-Doh fight. That was pretty cool though. I love it. Using these opportunities to have these like big epic buildups and then the payoff is like physical humor. In any other capacity, it would seem sort of like a letdown, but it's so on brand for this story and the storytelling and the personality of these characters that I love it. I'm just surrendering myself to being entertained by this story. It's just amazing. I love it.
Thank you. Rest in peace.
Oh.
That's actually pretty cool. Vegetables are packed in there like organs.
It's fine. Do whatever.
It's ready.
Hey, I think that looks good. Sky fish and chips. Oh, that looks good.
My name is Chilchuk. I was born in a small village found in a basin to the northeast. Since about 10 years ago, I've been doing odd jobs in various dungeons. Picklocking, translation, even being the middleman. I have a wife and kids, but for reasons I haven't seen them in a while. Well, that about sums it up for my backstory.
Dang.
You mind telling us some stuff about you? How'd you end up living in this dungeon?
My name is Senshi of Isganda. I used to be a member of a small mining group. And while I say a mining group, we weren't actually looking to collect ore. We were really after were ruins that stood before the war, hoping to strike it rich. But ore is most of what we dug up each day, of course. If we were lucky, we would come across a few relics like cogwheels and lenses every once in a while. Then one day, after some usual digging, we dug our way to something huge. An ancient castle, brilliantly shining with gold. That's right, it was this very dungeon.
Ah, so now we're starting to get a little bit of Senshi's backstory. And Chilchuk just having a wife and kids? Okay. I mean, it kind of makes sense the way he would just get so upset everyone calling him a kid and things like that. But wow. This was a really cool episode. I definitely enjoyed like the creativity. Of course, every episode, I really enjoy the creativity that goes into it. But I also love how I just like, I was just mockingly saying that, you know, if only they could summon a surveillance drone, and that's exactly what they did. So maybe the further along I go in this series, the more along the wavelength of Ryoko Kui I'm starting to get. I'm starting to tap into whatever that source of creativity that she has when she makes this stuff. I love it. It's great. It's so much fun. I am both looking forward to our final episode and dreading it at the same time. But I do think that's all the time we have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. This is Noxiddar. Out. We'll see ya.